Welcome to Department of Education, Division of Palawan, Roja South District. Presenting Sustaining Education Amidst the COVID-19 Pandemic, the 2020 Bridging Program of Nicanor Zabala National High School. It is still a dangerous time for anyone as the COVID-19 virus is still wreaking sickness and death all over the country, and scores of positive cases were already recorded in Palawan. Health experts still strongly advise people, especially the senior citizens and the young people, to stay at home to avoid being infected. Work from home, whenever possible, is still encouraged for government and private employees. Certainly, it is not the best time to work outside, especially going around the communities, visiting a house after the other, introducing to parents and learners the new way of learning at this time, when the traditional classroom-based instruction is no longer doable. It can be risky, but we cannot forever hide from the virus, which has no indication yet that will be going away soon. We cannot allow the virus, which has already taken much from us, to still take away the education of our children, by making us rest and wait for a better and safer time. For such time may come much later than we expect, and a brief time of intellectual idleness is enough to send back our children to ignorance. So after a month-long delay due to reasons connected to the pandemic, we at the Nicanor Zabala National High School finally set out to implement the bridging program upon receiving a go signal from the municipal IATF through Dr. Pedro M. Saavedra, Roja South District Public Schools District Supervisor, on July 7, 2020. A faculty meeting was held, modules were already printed out, and then the rollout began. Before the conduct of bridging program, the following steps has been taken. 1. Identification of learners for the bridging program. The teachers conducted survey to identify the grade 7 entrants. 2. Planning for bridging program. The school head call for a planning meeting with the teachers before the start of bridging classes. 3. Communication with the parents. Parents are being oriented. School has a copy of parent consent of learners who will take the bridging program. With mass gatherings still prohibited and the children not yet allowed to go out, our choice was to bring the program to the homes of the incoming grade 7 learners. So with the printed modules on our backpacks, we set out in our motorcycles, bicycles, and in our feet to the homes of our bridging participants scattered in the barangays of Nicanor Zabala, San Miguel, and Halu. Things were not altogether all right at the start. Some houses were not easy to locate. It took series of direction inquiries before finding them. Some parents were not at home, only the children. Some parents and their children were all away from home, working in their mountain farms. Some parents became worried when they understood that they should be the one assisting their children in their modular lessons. They need to scratch a living for the family and they don't know the lessons too. With no teacher around to explain to them the lessons, the children were also doubtful if they can make it. With the learners away from us, we the teachers were also doubtful if they can make it, given that it will be the first time that they have to try learning on their own. Nobody appeared to be ready for this learning approach, but we pushed through with it, trusting that since it is the only viable learning option, it will be the working option. The teachers, as passionate on their profession, exhaust their abilities and resources in order to guide and teach the learners. Learners who lives in remote area, where internet connection and mobile signal is not available, are being visited by their bridging teachers. Catching the gap. The school make a group chat through social media only for bridging class matters, where students can get in touch and stay connected with their teachers. Teacher's cell phone is also always on for queries of the students. Some learners go to their bridging teachers' houses but observing the proper health protocols. The progress of the learners is closely monitored and documented by the teachers. The learners are being assessed in the bridging classes using formative and summative assessments. So week after week, Monday after Monday, we set out to the houses of our assigned learners to collect the old modules and distribute the new modules. Some learners would be hesitant to bring out the modules as they have no output to several activities, and some parents would express their deepening distrust to the capacity of the printed modules to make their children learn. Truly, there is not much encouraging results from this modular learning for our bridging program, as no other modality can be at equal with the teacher teaching before the class, discussing and explaining thought by thought, concept by concept, step by step, the complex lessons to the learners. The printed modules, we found out, will only work well to the learners with developed reading comprehension abilities, which unfortunately the minority in today's generation of learners. Nevertheless, this modular bridging program served as dry run for the modular learning approach that will be implemented in the division come August 24th. Through this, we were able to gauge the knowledge and skill levels of the incoming grade 7, see the adjustments needed in the content and presentation of the modules, and the kind of communication channel that should be established between the teachers and the learners. The bridging program may not have thoroughly achieved its goal of beefing up the preparedness of the incoming grade 7 learners, by letting them finish the essential lessons that they missed in grade 6, due to the premature ending of school year 2019 to 2020, but it has succeeded in preparing them for the inevitable change in the delivery of instruction in the coming school year. The bridging program has provided us the experience, the realities, and the challenges of the new normal learning modalities. It has successfully conveyed us from the old world of traditional learning to the new world of adaptive learning.